There is a sandwich out there that has changed everything. From children, to adults, to the elderly. This sandwich has made its mark in history. For what reason, I don't know. But today we will discover how to make this legendary sandwich. It is the almighty peanut butter and jelly.
So, you're calling this thing the almighty because it has godlike powers?
No, you idiot. This thing does not have godlike powers. It is the almighty because it has changed everything about the sandwich world.
I like to eat 2 pieces of bread with a 3rd piece of bread in the middle as a sandwich. But would that be a sandwich too, like the almighty PBJ?
No, eating 3 pieces of bread is not a sandwich. Now allow me to get back to what I was saying. Today, we are going to make the almighty peanut butter and jelly.
Have you ever realized how loud that music is?
For the love of everything. Cut.
Just cut. I can't do this anymore. I can't work with this duck. One simply cannot go out and find a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the wild. A peanut butter and jelly sandwich has been made by man ever since the start of it. So, I have gathered over the years the knowledge and the know-how, the scientific and the mathematics of how to make the perfect peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And here I will show you today how to make this peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now, there will be a few things you will need in order to do this. So, get your pens out, get your notebooks, and get ready to write down the stuff you will need to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So, let's start with the basics. First, we're going to need a plate. A plate's going to be a good place to put our sandwich on. Then, we'll need some peanut butter. In a cup, in a jar, it doesn't matter. And then some jelly in a cup or a jar, doesn't matter. And after that, after you get your ingredients out, then you're going to need bread. Lots and lots of bread, different kinds of bread. And then we're going to need knives. We're going to need something to spread this stuff on. And then after that, we're going to need some applesauce, cinnamon applesauce. And right after that, going to need some mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is great, brings out the flavor. And then we are going to need a mechanized saw, a blade that goes back and forth extremely fast. Kind of like a hand saw, but faster. And then we'll need a notebook with some pens so you can write down your stuff and figure all this out. So, let's start with a diagram of how this is all going to come together. So, as shown here, I have everything written down, everything drawn down, all the weights, measurements, everything's taken to how to put this together. It's given a check mark, everything's right. So, let's start with the construction of this sandwich. So, what we're going to begin with is getting your 2 pieces of bread. Grab one of your knives. You will need this to spread the jelly and peanut butter on the bread. Allow me to speed this part up as this is self-explanatory of how to spread peanut butter and jelly on a piece of bread. And now, we need to do the marriage. This is called the marriage of the 2 pieces. And after you do the marriage, you need to give those 2 pieces a good slap. And now, we add the mayonnaise on top of the peanut butter and jelly. This will help bring out the peanut flavor in the peanut butter and the sweetness in the jelly. It doesn't matter what jelly you use, it just brings out the sweetness in it. And now we add the cinnamon applesauce on top of the mayonnaise in a separate piece of bread. This I'm using hot dog rolls. This will contain the cinnamon at the right moment for the cinnamon taste to burst. And now add a second piece of bread with mayonnaise on top of that to help bring that cinnamon flavor out of the applesauce. And on top of that, add another piece of bread with jelly on one side. This will help to balance everything out to make sure you're getting that peanut butter and jelly taste throughout the entire sandwich. And on the other side of that, add the peanut butter. This again is going to help balance everything out, make sure you get a peanut butter and jelly taste throughout the entire sandwich. After adding your last piece of bread, which is just plain bread, you're going to need to cut this thing. This thing is going to be too much to handle at one time. So this is where this mechanized handsaw comes into play. You need to cut this thing straight down the middle at an angle. And here we have the perfect peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This thing is going to be so great that you're going to want to eat this for lunch, supper, breakfast, midnight snacks, snacks during the day, whatever. You're going to want to share this with your family in the world. This is
The almighty peanut butter and jelly.
And don't forget to throw some milk in there to top everything off.
Are you still going with that whole almighty thing?
Please be careful using any power tools or knives or any sharp objects making this sandwich. I'm not responsible if you lose a finger or whatever. Just be responsible using these tools.